Now, going back to the House of Commons and all that shenanigans, we're going to hear from Stephen Flynn, the leader of the SNP. He's coming in the midday update, about half an hour's time. Obviously, it follows the row that he's had with the Commons Speaker, Lindsay Hoyle. He said he broke with parliamentary procedure because of his fears of MPs' safety. Well, since then, the campaign group Just Stop Oil has defended the idea of protesting outside MPs' homes. Both Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer have had their homes targeted by protesters in the past. Well, let's speak now to Sarah Lunnon, who is from Just Stop Oil. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Why is it OK to protest outside an MP's house?
I don't think we did talk about protesting outside their homes. I think in the piece you're referring to, we talked about visiting them at their homes.
OK, but why is it OK to visit an MP at their home? Given you are a protest group, so your visit is by its very nature a protest, isn't it?
Well, we don't see ourselves as a protest group. We recognise that we're in civil resistance to a harmful government, which is slightly different. It's very different to protest. Why do I think it's okay to go to MPs' homes? Because politics is failing us. I mean, I've been listening to you for sitting in your waiting room, and you started listing, the failures of our government at the moment, and people feel this really keenly. You know, if you talk to people, normal everyday people, they are utterly dismayed at what politics is providing them with. It's obviously failing, and part of this failure is people being unable to be heard. Like, people were not allowed into the lobby for the Gaza debate. And so it's a symptom. People going to MPs' homes is a symptom of them desperately trying to engage with the political process.
Given that we elect an individual and not their spouses and families, do you not worry you at all about the fact that other halves, family members, children, also live in those homes? Is that you don't think there's any line at all between the public and private life of a politician?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. I do recognise that. And I think that you absolutely have to understand, if you're going to go to someone's home, then you deliver a letter to them. Or you maybe stand outside on the pavement and sing carols when it's Christmas. I mean, I absolutely recognise that you have to act.
Why can't you put a letter in the post?
Well, why can't you deliver it? That's a completely acceptable form of action in the UK, to hand deliver a letter to somebody.
Well, why not do it to their office, their parliamentary, their constituency office? There was a whole, Just Stop Oil put out a press release all about defending going to MPs' houses, and given the clearly raised temperature on a number of issues, climate change is absolutely one of them, and the issue in the Middle East as well. I'm just, I suppose, trying to get to the bottom of why there are plenty of other ways for you to make your message clear without targeting the private homes of MPs.
So we did email the Labour MPs, and we got absolutely zero response from them. So we have taken the actions that you suggest. So given the failure to respond, like, not one of them, not a single Labour MP was brave enough to respond to us. We're open to dialogue. We're open to discussion. I mean, one of the ways we're going to get ourselves out of the mess we're in, with regard to climate, with regard to environment, one of the cost of living crisis, the only way out of this is if we come together and we talk, a form of deliberative democracy. We're open to talk. However, not a single Labour MP responded to us. So, we're going to hand deliver. If some people hand deliver letters to them, it seems to me that that's completely acceptable.
I suppose that the question is whether or not you are helping your cause by targeting people in their private homes. You didn't deliver a letter to Rishi Sunak's house, did you? You staged a protest outside. That was a protest.
I think that's fair. That's a fair point. We didn't deliver a letter to Rishi Sunak, but we would not have been able to get close to Rishi Sunak's house. Rishi Sunak is a public figure. He does have a lot of security. We did stand outside one of his 5 homes in London. That is correct. But I also think that is commensurate with his position as an MP, as the Prime Minister of this country.
You say you'll continue to visit the homes of MPs, delivering letters and sitting on the pavement. You then go on to say, it's important to acknowledge that we all deserve safety in our homes. However, these are people who are making decisions that affect us all and enabling the continued drilling of new oil and gas, both major parties endangering all of our homes and children. You seem to be saying it's basically okay to target MPs, to cause them distress, to make their lives more difficult in their own homes because of climate change.
So the reality of our situation right now is that we are at 1.7 degrees of heating. That's what's happened in the last 6 months. 1.7 degrees. We are no longer within any safe parameter in terms of what our future holds for us. We face like non-linear change. We do not know what's going to come next. We no longer know that we're going to be able to have arable agriculture in the UK. We don't know what's going to happen to our food supplies. We don't know what's going to happen to fresh water. We don't know what's going to happen to London. London potentially floods within the next 50 years. Nobody anymore is safe in their homes. So given what we face, given the need for radical action to take place, something has to change. And what we have done in the past, mailing our MPs, going to meetings, sitting down carefully, talking about the science, it's failed us, and taking a letter and asking somebody to do something seems to me like the very least of what we can do. Also, looking at how we're being shut down in our ability to communicate with people who have been elected.
Sarah, good to speak. We really appreciate your time today. Sarah Lunnon there from Just Stop Oil. Let us know what you think about that. 0333 003 2353. Is it okay to protest outside MPs' houses? Up next, we'll have another one.